So I just got done filming a video and wanted to put together one of my Craftsman's Corner videos. Haven't done one in a while, and I've been a little slow in videos, so I thought I'd talk a little bit about what I've been doing, what I'm doing now, and what I'm going to be doing soon. Reason I haven't been putting too many videos together is two main reasons. I've been working on this house quite a bit, and it's been taking up all my time. And then the main reason I've been working on this house at such a fast pace is got married. And this house is going to be our first house. But I got engaged about 6 or 7 months ago in September. And then just here in early April, I got married and been on the honeymoon. And so there was a lot of stuff involved in planning that and me working, trying to get certain things taken care of before we got married. And so just not so much telling you all that just because I'm telling you that, but just to sort of, that's why I haven't been posting videos. Also wanted to add a little context to the homemade home channel I have. That's the reason I purchased it, for us to live in and just as a general investment. But on this house, we're making all the sort of the decisions together on how we changed it and what we're doing to it. And then in the basement, I'm also putting my shop, which that sort of leads me, I guess, into my next topic. And down in the basement in the shop, I've been collecting up some different tools that are going to be new tools for me down in the basement. Right now they're just sort of setting to the side, some of them in their crates, in their original packaging, which is painful. I really want to go ahead and use them, but the best thing for me to do is stay on task, get the house finished, and I got to complete a couple more orders for my tables you've seen me build in some of the videos, and then I'll be able to really focus on getting that basement shop set up and those tools put in place. And then I'm going to be doing a lot of videos talking about those tools, because I think a lot of the stuff that I have that I've got recently, it's going to be a lot of interest in it. Some of the tools they're really nice tools, but I still think they're within the price range of your average Joe that's looking for tools with good capacity, but still at a price that you can manage it, whether you're making money off your woodworking or not. Then I've also got something coming tomorrow, which is Friday. That is a more expensive tool that I'm really hoping I'm happy with. It was a huge decision, and I know I'm being not really giving much detail right now, but that's just to bait you into watching my future videos. But I've got a lot of exciting tool stuff coming up. Got a lot of wood lately. I've got some ash, a real big ash tree. Well, not real big, but a good size one's a real nice log that I'm going to have milled up into, I think, 5/4 and then some 8/4 boards. And then I got a sassafras crotch, and if you want to see that or don't know what a crotch is, you can look on Facebook. I just posted a picture of that crotch, and it's about 5 to 6 feet long total, and on the butt end it's about that big around. It's going to be my coffee table right over there. But I'll get multiple slabs out of it. I'm having it milled into 1.5 inch, 2 1/4 inch, and 2.5 inch. 3 slabs. I want those pretty much right out of the center. And then I just told the fellow who does my milling just to make his mind up on how he wanted to mill the rest of it up, just depending on how it was going while it was cutting, whether to do thinner slabs or a thick slab. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. I've never had any crotches milled up, only just flat sawn lumber. But so that'd be pretty cool, and that is for personal projects. Also the ash, that's going to be for my own projects too. That's not for like my farm tables or anything. So that is I guess another part of this details I could talk about is, since I have this house, once I'm done working on it, I got to work on filling it up, and I'm going to try to make a lot of the furniture that goes in the house. So I think that's going to be pretty exciting. And a lot of, I do 2 types of woodworking. I do woodworking for money, and then I do woodworking for fun. I think they're both fun, but when I'm doing like my jobs, different commissions on pieces of furniture, I'm making somebody else's furniture. And while I like the stuff that I make, it's not always exactly what I would have myself. So it's exciting to be putting a little more thought into designing each piece based on my interests instead of someone else's. And I think those will make for some exciting videos, because a lot of the stuff that I've kind of planned out so far has some kind of complex stuff going on. A lot of the stuff I do now is just straight 90-degree mortise and tenons and gluing up tabletops and turning legs. So pretty simple in the scheme of things, and some of the stuff I'll be doing involves steam bending and bent laminations and getting into some other materials and stuff, which is sort of what I was trained in when I learned furniture making in general. Was doing stuff a little more sculptural and making using various materials other than wood, and working with wood in a lot of different experimental techniques. So I'm looking forward to kind of getting back on that. Having the basement, the shop in the basement here is going to really give me a lot of opportunity to do things like that. My previous and current shop setup is kind of, you've seen it in videos, it's on the rougher side and then having to work out in the yard and stuff. So this will be a dedicated space just for me and just for woodworking. Of course I'll do other things down there, but it's going to be a setup that gets to stay as it is. It's not shoving one thing out of the way to do something else. And then behind the house I'm going to have some space for working also when I want to work outside. But I think that pretty much wraps it up for this video. If any of the videos that I have posted recently, you want to know anything in particular or have any questions about that, you can go ahead and ask me under this video. I'll try to do my best to answer them. I may be forgetting promises I made in previous videos of things I was going to talk about. You can remind me of those too. I do remember I talked about in one of the previous Craftsman Corner ones, I think it was the last one, it was like 30 minutes, a really long one, that I was going to talk about sort of the business side of woodworking. I'm still going to do that. I just want to, when I do those, I don't want those to be sort of just a random video I sit down and do. I want to plan those out. And I've been getting a lot of questions too and comments from different people as personal messages to me that have helped me sort of start to form that up. Different people with small businesses kind of asking, well, what do you do in this case? What do you do in that case? And people who are trying to start little furniture businesses, taking on jobs from customers, or either kind of coming up with sort of a product line. So all that stuff is a huge interest to me. With my paid side of my woodworking, you've got the woodworking part, then you've got the business part, and I may have said this before, but I like them equally. There's times when both of them are awful, and then there's times when both of them are great. But for the most part, I think they're both fun. They're both important. Now, they're just as important. You can make the best thing in the world, but if you're trying to sell it and no one buys it, it doesn't get you anywhere other than maybe what you learned while you're making it. But then also on the business side, if you can be the great salesman, but if you got nothing to sell, you can't sell anything. I guess you can go sell somebody else's stuff. But as far as selling your own work, I really do like, it's a fun interaction with the client, customer, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, I won't ramble on about that too much right now. And I think that pretty much wraps up the video. Like I said, ask me anything you want. If I want to answer it, I'll answer it. I'll do my best. Just trying to think if there's any last second things. For those of you who don't know, I've got 2 other YouTube channels. This one's called The Craftsman's Corner. Got another one called Homemade Home. That's about fixing up this house. Then I've got Square Inch. That's about the tiny house that I'm building on wheels. And I know probably people have a lot of questions about, like, why are you building this tiny house when you're also fixing up a house for, to live in? And I'll probably get to all those things later on talking about it, but it's all still in the plan. I'm not planning on living here forever. So living in the tiny house once it's complete somewhere on some land is still in the works. But I like working on a lot of different stuff. So makes for a lot of content for y'all, so it probably makes y'all happy too. But totally run out of things to say for now. I'm sure I'll think of 20 things after I hit the end button on the camera, but that wraps it up. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry if it was a boring video, but I just had to kind of work out my thoughts and wanted to put one together. So thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.
Well, that wraps it up for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, you can click the red subscribe button on the screen now, and you'll get updates when I post future videos. Thanks for watching.